Yeah, I just thought I'd share with you a story of inspiration of a time when my nursing team banded together and actually made a big change for a family. So we had this one family, and their mum, who was in her 70s, was dying of cancer, breast cancer. And so the daughter was due to be married. She brought her wedding forward so that mum would be able to get to her wedding. But when it came to even that day, mum was too sick to get up and go to the wedding. And so what we actually did was, the day before, I said to the lady's husband, I'm like, you know what, we have had weddings here before. What if you had a wedding here? And so what we did, so her actual wedding was the following weekend. But this day we got the mother dressed in her mother of the bride clothes. The daughter came with her beautiful wedding dress. They had the makeup artist in the room, sort of like, like it was as though she was getting ready for her wedding. And our beautiful Kimmy, receptionist again, ordered a cake on Uber Eats. So a wedding cake was delivered to our ward. And we actually, in our hospital, had this beautiful courtyard. And so they went downstairs, and we wheeled mum down in her wheelchair because she was too sick to walk, and actually had her wedding with their close family and intimate guests there in the courtyard. And we all nurses watched from above. And as the mum was being wheeled out of the ward in her mother of the bride dress and her mother of the bride hat that she had specially made to cover up her chemo hair, the nurses stood on either side of the hallway and actually gave her a round of applause, sort of a guard of honor, as she was wheeled through and was able to make it to her daughter's wedding. So, I mean, that's just one of many, many stories that I have of times when nurses have gone above and beyond to create an experience for a family. And I'm sure many of you and all my nursing colleagues out there would have thousands of stories like that, of times when, being a nurse has actually made a difference to that family's life on that day. And actually the hospital then put on canapes for the family as well. And there was some construction happening right next door to the courtyard. And our security guards went over and asked the construction to stop so that they could have a beautiful wedding ceremony out there. And all the construction men were standing on the wall of the adjoining building watching the wedding ceremony as well. So that was just a real example of healthcare workers working together to make a difference in somebody's life.